if you recognize this tree I'm sitting on right now, you're probably wincing because you know that it's elm, and elm is one of the most disastrous forms of wood you could possibly want to try cutting into firewood. But having said that, once you do have it cut into firewood, it makes really good heat. And when you have one like this just standing dead on your farm, it's kind of in the open, you might as well take advantage of it and get it cut up. There's something about the inside of these trees that it's just super stringy. All the, I want to say, fibers of the wood just stick together, and even when you're using a wood splitter, it just is so hard to get apart. But at least the trunk on this tree isn't too huge before it breaks up into some of these smaller branches. So we've got a good start for the day. We're gonna head back into the hardwoods and try to get a bunch more done. Stay tuned. What we're going to be doing today is going around cutting down a bunch of trees that we think will be good for firewood. Now, normally we do our firewood a bit earlier in the year, but this year it just happens that the frost has taken a lot longer to get into the ground, and the field that you saw in the intro there, we have to cross that with a tractor to get back here. Now, we could get the side-by-side and other things like that back here, but we like to wait until we can get a tractor in here, just because a lot of the times you're cutting down trees, they get hung up and whatnot. It's just a lot easier to get the tractor hooked up so we can pull them down nice and easy and don't have to be fooling around with ATV and winches and stuff. It's really just not heavy-duty equipment for the size of the hardwood we have in this bush here. So if you want to follow me along, we're going to start dropping some trees, hopefully. Well guys, we basically located and cut the trees we figure we'll need for firewood for this year, and possibly get a bit of lumber out of them too, so that'll be nice for the sawmill. But anyways, we got the tractor back now, and we're just using that as our way of getting it out to the field here where it'll be easier to cut up with for firewood. That's our method anyways. Well, you can see behind me we're making some progress. We've got this one area of the woods, the trees we cut down in it pulled out. There's three cherry trees and one yellow birch. We end up cutting a lot of cherry for firewood just because we're not too sure what's going on, but something's killing a lot of the cherry trees in our woods. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. No use letting them go to waste. So anyways, yeah, we've got this cut up now, dragged out to the field, ready to be processed. I think we're actually gonna take a log out of this birch tree for some lumber, which would be interesting. I haven't cut one of those on the sawmill yet, but we're gonna head over to the other part of the woods and start pulling some out of there now. Well guys, my dad's chainsaw got left here somewhere, so if you can help me find it, that would be awesome. I'm not really sure where it is, to be honest. This is the last spot we cut a tree. It's orange. I'm not seeing any orange. I am known to be kind of blind though. Unless it got carried out to the edge of the woods here. This one's kind of perplexing, guys. I don't know. I got a feeling they must have picked it up and don't even realize it. Wait a second. We cut this tree way back in here too. I forgot about that one. Is it back in here somewhere? Ha! There it is. I must be blind. Although, in my defense, it is kind of hiding from where I drove in behind this tree. Anyways, better get back over there. Well guys, if you watched my other video where I was searching for a cherry tree for a bar top for my brother's wedding, we're actually just heading right in there now, taking the old John Deere in, and we're gonna drag another tree that's hung up down and hopefully cut this one down that I have picked out as well. Nice. Well guys, it's the next morning since you saw us pulling those trees out yesterday. Got a bit dark last night, so I'm back here again this morning. It is pretty cold and the wind is brisk this morning, but we're supposed to get a bunch of snow today. Now we're supposed to get a lot more to the west of where we are, but you never know. The weatherman has been known to be wrong a time or two, so we could end up not getting much or we could end up getting a lot. But what I want to do this morning is just head in, circle around back to the spots where we pulled those big logs out. There's a few smaller branches and stuff that we can use for firewood that are laying on the ground right now, and I just want to get that cut up, put it in a pile so that if it does snow, it doesn't get lost under the snow where we can't find it again. So I'm gonna head in, do that now. Come along. Well guys, you know how I was saying we were probably going to get either no snow or quite a bit. It looks like it's going to be the latter. We are getting hammered pretty good here now, so It's accumulating pretty good. You can see the side-by-side there's got a, that's probably just the last 10 or 15 minutes. My dad's down here behind me. He's come back now and we're pulling out a few more logs. So I'm gonna get to that. Probably not gonna have much more time to video today, but up next we're probably gonna be deciding what we're gonna cut into lumber, what we're gonna keep for firewood, take some to the mill, and so stay tuned for that. Thanks, and see you next time.